it's Luann Pygott, and welcome to my Sunday morning kitchen. We're making something good for Sunday today, and this I made yesterday. This is the cake I made, so doesn't it look good? So it's really just one layer. I just made it's like a half a size. So what that is the cake portion of my grandmother's recipe for pineapple upside down cake. We just didn't put any of the pineapple stuff on there. We just baked the cake, and then I iced it with my fudgy frosting. So now we're going to make ham tetrazzini. So we're getting ready for that. So here are our, I'm actually going to use linguine noodles today because I have some of those. And it calls for spaghetti noodles, and I've made it several times with spaghetti noodles, but today we're going to be different. So today we're going to take this pan over here, right there, and we're going to put a stick of butter in it. We're going to start the filling. I'm going to turn it on. And I'm going to put a stick of butter in there to melt. Now, the original recipe calls for a 4-ounce can of mushrooms, and I don't like mushrooms. And really nobody in my family likes mushrooms. So I'm not doing mushrooms. I'm just going, but I want some vegetables. So I'm going to put frozen vegetables in it. You can put, I think you can put anything you want in it. So I'm going to put 1.5 cups. This is kind of my own variation here. 1.5 cups of frozen mixed vegetables, and I'm going to put them in there with the butter. And get that to sort of saute and thaw them and everything. Let's see how we did here. Oh, that's close. Okay. Now I'm going to take the rest of the frozen vegetables, I'm going to cook them and have them on the side. So there's that. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and do more than this because I'm adding extra noodles to this recipe. So I'll add some more. Let's do 2 cups. See how that does. 2 cups of vegetables. Whoops, I just threw something over here and lost it. Hold on. Dropped a little piece of corn on the floor. Okay, let's see how our water's doing. It's just about to boil. We just got our butter melting here. So while that's melting, I'm going to cut up the ham. Now, you could do whatever you want with ham, but this is so easy to just buy a little piece of ham like this. All right, let me go over here to that pot in the back, and I'm going to break up this linguine and put it in there because it is boiling. I want it a little harder of a boil. It's almost there because it'll just go right down. So let me see. I don't think this is an easy open package. Some of them are. They're so nice. This one is not nice. It's not an easy open package, so we'll get a knife and stab at it. Okay, now we got a full steaming boil going on over there. Alright, so let's put our noodles in there. And you can leave them in one piece if you want to, but I like to break them up to bite-sized pieces. It's so much easier to eat. So I just do this. You make such a less mess with it. Like Mom used to do this when we were kids. She always broke the spaghetti up, so we wouldn't make a mess with it when we were kids, and then we just never stopped doing it. This is salted water. I don't know, a couple teaspoons of salt in here. And I think we just got used to having spaghetti all little. So to this day, I still break spaghetti up when I cook it. I guess I don't have to. I just always had it that way. She never quit doing it. So funny. Okay, I got my butter. It's making boiling noises over here. Get the rest of this linguine in here. Okay, and I'll stir that up a little bit. I'm going to have a little avalanche of my kitchen tools. There we go. Stir that around. We're going to set this for, it takes 10 to 11 minutes, so we're going to set the timer for that. Turn it down. Try to not let that boil over. Okay, so I'm going to put these frozen vegetables in with this sizzling butter. There we go. So I'm going to take a knife and I'm going to cut up this ham. So I hope you all are having a good day today. If you are, it'll be different than my day. This is the most horrifying day of the year for me as someone who desperately wanted children and my prayers were not answered. I didn't get them. So this is the emptiest Most horrible reminder day ever. And I wish I could just sleep through this day, honestly. I do have a mother. I get to go let her celebrate. I'm glad that I have a mother, but I don't get to celebrate. And you have no idea how painful it is to have people tell you Happy Mother's Day when you're not a mother. And then if you mention that, they're like, oh, well, you're like a mother. Oh, you're just like a mother. You're a mother to this. You're a mother to cats. You're a mother to that. People have no idea how bad that hurts. No idea how much pain that inflicts. And they're just trying to be nice, and it just hurts more. So what is the proper thing you should say to someone who didn't get to be a mother that wants to be? You should say, I am so sorry. That's what you should say. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry that you are in pain. I'm so sorry. That's what you should say. I'm sorry. Not try to make them feel better about it. It's like the worst thing possible, and it's what people do. I don't know why people have such a hard time with knowing how to speak to somebody who's grieving. I think that's the problem, is people don't realize this is an ongoing, permanent grief. They want to try to make it better, and you can't. You just can't. They want to try to make the fact that they love you should be good enough with, well, you know, you don't have any kids, but I love you. They want to make that good enough for you, and it's not. Sorry. It never is. It will never make up for what you're missing, ever. And God knows that, and it's perplexing to me why He allowed it. It always will be. I will never understand. And I'm sure He has an explanation that I will hear when I get into heaven. And my answer will probably be, is what? There's something else you could have done. Didn't you have another option? Your God couldn't have come up with something else. But that is my life. The life He chose. This is God's chosen path for me. Yay! At least I guess He's happy about it. He's the only one. That's all about making God happy. As long as He's happy, I guess it's no matter how miserable I am. Seems to be the story of my life, anyway. I try so hard to please Him and obey and do what He wants. Try so hard to be as godly of a person as I can. And when you don't get the most important thing in your life after you've been trying so hard, it's so hard to understand. So hard. My phone just came off of here. Sorry about that. Okay, so we are mixing this all around here. And then we're going to, I wanted to show you, I put the ham in here with the vegetables. So I just, basically what I do is I just live my life and go do what I have to do every day and pretend I feel like a normal person. But that's what I do. Alright, so let's turn that down a little. How is that doing? That's doing okay with the simmering. And get this kind of heated up and get it. I got the ham a little bit big today, but that's good. These vegetables all sauteed. Then we're going to mix some of the other ingredients here. So we're going to mix in 2 cans of soup in a bowl. So we're going to have, now it says what does it say? Oh, it has a can of cream of mushroom soup, which I don't like at all. I don't like cream of mushroom soup. So I do cream of celery soup in its place, and then you have a cream of chicken soup, or you could just do 2 cream of chicken soups, I think, too. So here is cream of celery. Now, if you don't want to make the cream of soups, you can always just do a white sauce. Instead, it just won't have as much flavor as this does, but there is a substitute for the cream of soups, too. So you can do that if you want. But you put it in here, undiluted. And there's that one. Then we're going to do the cream of chicken. You pretty much can do almost any cream of whatever soup. And it just changed the taste of it a little. Let me put this over in the sink so I can rinse those off. And then here's the cream of chicken soup. If you like cream of mushroom, then go ahead and put that in. So the original recipe says a cream of mushroom soup and a cream of chicken soup. And I have done a lot more noodles than what it calls for. Actually, I doubled them this time because it seems to make so much of this sauce, and it's like nowhere for it to go. So I have doubled the noodles this time. So we're going to see how that turns out. I'm just going to rinse it off those cans. Okay, let me stir this. Yeah, this stuff is nice and soft and looks good. So I'm going to turn on my oven to 350. I'm going to mix this together. So what else am I going to put in here? I'm going to put in a cup of sour cream. I've got my sour cream over here. Let's get my cup. Stir the sour cream a little bit. If it separates, you just want to stir it. I used to pour the water off that came in the top of the sour cream. You don't really want to do that because then the sour cream in the bottom gets to be drier. So you really just want to stir it in. This is my 1 cup measure. And really that's just half the container. If you don't want to bother to measure it, you can half the container. There you go. So you see, this is a lot of cream stuff in here. I think it needs more noodles, from what they say. That cake, I'm hoping that's going to be good. I think it's going to be good with that icing. So for those of you who get to celebrate today, I hope you get something good. I hope you get some flowers or some candy, or get taken out to dinner, or have a special dinner cooked, or special breakfast, or some sort of gifts. I'll get absolutely nothing like normal. It's another thing that makes it really hard when you're not a mother. Nobody gets you gifts. As you see, I'm cooking the dinner. Nobody cooks you dinner. Nobody gives you breakfast in bed. Never get flowers. No card. Nothing at all. And normally I wouldn't care if I had gifts, but when everybody else gets, oh, look, I got this. Oh, look, I got that. Oh, I did this. We did that. It's really hard. Oh, yeah, I got nothing. Again. Still nothing for the mother, the childless mother. Not children or gifts. Very, very, very difficult. 2 more minutes we have on that. All right, so there is that stirred together. Okay, so we are having, I think there's not much more. Oh, I got to put some pepper in here. Like a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, it says. Okay, let's put some pepper in there. I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to put some in there. I think I'm going to turn that off. You don't need that to keep cooking. I need to get a pan to put this in. I don't mind if this is pretty peppery. I think it'll be good. Now, it doesn't have you put salt in it because it's pretty salty, but I'm going to add the tiniest little bit. I always want more salt than recipes say, I think. Mix that in. Oh, that's going to be time for our linguine. Let me get this off the heat. Take that off the heat. I don't want to pour it that hot into this soupy sour cream stuff. Put that up. This is really pretty quick and easy to stir up, as you see. So I'm trying to decide what do I want to use for the baking pan. It says an 8x8 pan for half these noodles. Let me get this pan. This is a 10x10. I don't know if it'll fit in this pan or not, but I'm going to try. That's this. It's bigger than an 8x8, but it's not the 9x13, so we'll see. It's real close. It's kind of in between them. It's an odd size pan. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pour with the butter all the vegetables and the ham. Now this recipe is actually called chicken tetrazzini, so you don't have to use ham. You can use chicken. But it tells you in there, of course, you can use, let me turn that on, you can use other meat. So I think you put whatever meat you want in there. My dad just loves ham. My mom really kind of likes it a little bit too, so she can't eat a lot of it, but she really likes it. I ought to try it with the sausage one day. I bet that would be good. Okay, so I'm going to pour the linguine noodles. And like I said, this usually calls for spaghetti, but again, I just want to be different. I had linguine noodles, so let's use the linguine noodles. So I poured theirs over there to drain. There's a few left here in the pot. Then you're just going to bake this at 350 for 40 to 45 minutes. So easy. Easy and pretty quick. And this is one of Mom's favorite things. That's why I'm making this for her. She has another favorite thing as well. Her birthday is in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to make another one of her favorite things for the Sunday for her birthday. So then we're going to pour all the noodles into this bowl as well. I think I'm going to get a bigger spoon here. Ow, that was really hot. All right, we're going to get this spoon that I was using for the vegetables, and we're going to stir all this together. Ow, that's giving me some hot steam on my hand. This is hot. It's so hot. I'm going to back this up a little bit so I got a little more room. Now those vegetables, I'm just going to cook those at the last minute. The rest of the mixed vegetables, I mean, I guess I could put them all in here. It looks like there's enough room. I don't think it would matter. Seriously, I think I'm going to do that. They'll cook in the oven. Not very many left. Look at that. So then I don't have another pot I have to carry with some extra vegetables. There we go. So what's that? It's like 2.5 cups. That's the whole package of vegetables in this amount. But since they're going to be baking for 40 to 45 minutes, yeah, they'll be so done. Completely done. See, I think this amount of the soups and stuff with this amount of noodles, yeah, that's plenty of moisture. Good grief. Now you could eat it just like this. You don't even have to bake it. It's just better when it's all baked together. So let's taste test. Let's have a taste test. Oh, it's going to be really hot. I'm going to do it without burning myself. So creamy. That's going to be good. Alright, so then, let's see my directions over here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm missing great Parmesan cheese, but I think, do I put that on top or do I mix it in? What's this say? Chicken soup, cream, pepper. Where do you tell me to put in the cheese? Spaghetti, mushrooms, chicken soup, sour cream, and pepper. Pour mixture in a baking dish. Oh, sprinkle with cheese. Okay, it is on top. That's what I was thinking. Couldn't find it. Do I have to? No, it doesn't say you have to grease the baking dish. I don't think you do. I mean, you can if you want. But yeah, I think this is going to fit in this dish. Well, that was a good guess. Look at there. This will be a little bubbly. You don't want it to come out. Oh, yeah. This is going to be so good. Okay. Spread it around. Get it even. So this is a 10 by 10 pan. You can also do a 9 by 13. This is just a smaller pan for me to carry. Easier to fit on my tray because I gotta go upstairs with it. I mean, there is an elevator, but still, it's a little trick. Alright. says a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. And that's at least a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. I have no idea. I'm just sprinkling it on. Whatever's left in this quarter. It's at least a 1/4 cup in my package. There we go. Might be a little extra, and if so, it will just be better. So in we go. 11 o'clock. Do I want to start it this early? 11:40? Yeah, sure. We can warm it up in the microwave if it gets too much. And you bake it uncovered, I do believe, for 40 to 45 minutes. I think I'm going to go ahead and set it for 45, because I think it can take the whole 45. All right, let's see. Until bubbling on the edges and completely heated through, let stand 5 minutes before serving. I think I'd let it stand longer than that. It's going to be piping hot. But at least 5 minutes. It says you can finish it with some chopped parsley or some fresh oregano or thinly sliced basil leaves if you would like to do that. I've never done any of that. I don't have any of those. But not fresh. But you can do that if you want. And there we are. I will take a picture of it and put it in my stories later. And have a good day. Bye.